everyone, this week we're at Earth-2 Kentucky, or E2K as it's known around the Covington, Kentucky area, which is just across the river from Cincinnati. In fact, most people just mistake Covington for Cincinnati, but I can assure you that Covington is its own city and very much worth visiting, even if you're not checking out Earth-2 Kentucky. But I think you definitely should. For all the places that we've been, this may actually be the strangest yet, simply due to what they focus on. At its most basic, E2K is essentially a toy store, but just categorizing it as one would do it a disservice. While it certainly has a selection of modern figures and collectibles, the main draw of E2K is its extensive collection of toy art and oddities. This place is essentially the toy store equivalent to an art house sideshow, filled with imports, lesser-known toy lines, and custom figures. In fact, E2K proudly goes out of its way to present their custom figs as something closer to modern art rather than something that you'd actually want to play with. And if you had any doubt to their dedication to that art, then behold this stunning Shogun Sanders mech, which was created by Jonathan Queen and proudly intimidates everyone with a toy-sized version on the inside of the store and a massive life-size version on the outside. E2K even routinely has custom figure contests as well, where they give participants a base figure and packaging to customize, with the winners being featured in the store and on their site to purchase. In fact, these custom figures are probably some of the weirdest and most unique that I've ever seen. And that's just one reason why browsing E2K is so much fun. While the store itself isn't exactly huge, it's so jam-packed with things that you'll need to do several passes just to see everything, or even just to figure out what you're looking at. Just about every display is filled with a selection of custom monstrosities, along with a large selection of imports and oddities that I haven't seen anywhere else. It's chaos in here, but really in the best way. In fact, let me just scoot back for a minute so you all can mosey around the store and see for yourself. As mentioned before, E2K does have a selection of more conventional toys around. There's a nice bit of love given to Ren and Stimpy and other pop culture classics that you may recognize, along with this glass case that contains a few classic Star Wars and Transformers figures. Also, they have a small display of Musculoids sitting over here. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the Musculoids line, but it's essentially a bunch of hideously ugly figures that all look like they're either trying to pass an entire Thanksgiving turkey or about to explode from the sheer amount of muscles bulging out of them.
Incredible collection now. You ready for the battle? Musculoids.
I've only ever seen these online, so it was actually awesome to see them here in E2K. And they're just as hideous in real life as I'd hoped. There's also an entire display dedicated to classic Godzilla figures too. Now, I've never been the biggest Godzilla fan myself, which is odd considering that I loved both dinosaurs and monsters so much as a kid, but for whatever reason, I just never took to Godzilla in any form. It's hard to deny that these figures aren't incredibly cool though. And while Godzilla and mutant muscle monsters are always fun to see, it's more than obvious that E2K's focus is clearly on the art of what their customers can make with these toys, and that in itself makes E2K a genuine gem. It goes without saying that if you're in or around the Covington, Kentucky area, then this should be high on your list of stores to check out. It may not be the standard stuff that you see in your typical vintage toy store, but that just makes it stand out that much more. Honestly, there's a real dearth of these kind of stores out there. Stores that aren't just gray boxes filled with stuff that you don't need. Stores that don't offer you or the community anything other than to make you consume more and more in an effort to make their stock price climb. E2K is the opposite of that kind of place. I mean, I'm sure they enjoy making money. It is a store after all. But it's a unique store that actually exists to bring joy to the people that browse through it, not cynicism. And I genuinely wish there were more places like it around. But if you'd like to learn more about E2K, all of their information and links are in the video details. So do yourself a favor and please check this place out for yourself. But as for us, I think that's going to do it for this week. So check back next week, and thanks again for watching this video.